Friday Football Fever, sponsored by GTCC, Hardee's, and Shift Ed.
Welcome into Friday Football Fever. It's the third round of the high school football playoffs.
Coming into the night, 13 Triad teams remained in the hunt for a state title.
8 of those had a home game tonight, and we'll take you to each one of those games.
Up first, our GTCC Game of the Week, Chase at Reedsville. And the Rams, they came into this one 11-1 on the year and averaging just over 43 points per game. So we're expecting a lot of offense, and that's what we got. It's 4th and 12, and the Rams are in the red zone. So let's go to the freshman Deontay Neal. Woo! He comes down with the ball and the score, giving Reedsville the 7-0 lead. On the first Chase possession, they drop back to pass, but it's picked off by the Rams' Lorenzo Mendoza, setting up that high-powered Rams offense with great field position. This time they keep it on the ground, and Paul Weiderman finds his way into the end zone. 14-0 Rams onto the second. It's Al Lee finding his favorite target, Quishan flipping in the back of the end zone, and Reedsville was just way too much for Chase in this one as they shut out the Trojans. The Rams, they go on to win it 30-0. They advance to the 4th round and will host Maiden next Friday.
Still ahead of our Week 3 playoff edition of Friday Football Fever, Grimsley kicked off against Independence, while East Forsyth took on Huff. Highlights from these two and more are coming up after the break. Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. Eastern Alamance got a big OT win last week over Williams to set up tonight's 3A third round showdown with Terry Sanford. Picking it up second quarter here, Eagles down 21-3. They really need to put up points here, but instead, Tyler Quester picking off Jason Bell's pass. His second time of the night. That's the last thing the Eagles needed to happen. Can't let these guys get points here on this drive. Gage Parsons says, I'll take that, picking up Dante Garcia to get the ball back for the Eagles. How far can he take this thing? He's trying to find where he can get those yards there. Can't get it all the way, but no problem. Josh Murray bangs his way into the end zone, but Terry Sanford wins it 27-17.
Let's check in with the 4A playoffs as top seed Grimsley took on Independence out of Charlotte. The Warriors started the game on defense. Great coverage down the field, forcing the QB to hold the ball too long, and Big Ja cleans it up. The senior with the sack. Let's stick with that first quarter. Worley's trailed by just one touchdown. Terrell Anderson's going to get this kickoff. He's going to take his time, find a running lane, and let me tell you, no one is going to catch it. He's going to take this all the way to the house. He could have gone backwards. He still would have scored. It's 7 apiece. Second quarter, Grimsley down 14-7. Anderson gets the pass from Ryan Stevens, and he turns on the Jets again. Now check out number 10 here. He's just sprinting towards the end zone because he knows that's where Anderson is going to end up. But Worley's do it in all three phases. Beat Charlotte Independence 44-36.
We stay in the 4A bracket and check in with East Forsyth and Huff. Now, these two teams actually met up last year with Huff coming out with the victory, eliminating East Forsyth. And the boys from Huff, they were sporting helmets honoring former player Devin Chandler, who passed recently. First quarter, Tad Hudson sacks East Forsyth. They're in for the big loss, but it's Jalen Rayner this time on offense, and they had a tough night trying to escape, but he's taken down. Second quarter, Huff's James Nesta, he sacks Rayner yet again, and the Eagle offense couldn't get much going still. East Forsyth ball, Jalen Rayner, he drops back, looking for his guy, Pushawn Brown for the 24-yard touchdown. East Forsyth takes the lead 7-3, but here comes Huff and Anthony Walker. He hits Jalen Rayner. The ball's loose, and it's recovered in the end zone for a Huff touchdown to put them up 10-7. And the Eagles' fairy tale season, unfortunately, is over. They fall to Huff 17-7.
East Surrey looked to advance to 2A fourth-round play with a win over Monroe tonight. We pick it up early with no score on the board. East Forsyth's Folger Boaz with the 20-yard touchdown pass to Luke Brown. Cardinals on the board first, 7-0. Later, the Cardinals' D stepped up as Kyle Zinn and Eli Becker combined for the sack. Then Zinn takes the handoff and scores from 7 yards out. East Surrey added their score, now up 14-0. But on the other side of the ball, Kamani Robinson gets out of the pocket and finds Jordan Young, who makes the nice grab there. Later, Nate Crosby Jr. punches it in for the TD. Monroe with the shocker here wins it 28-23.
Eastern Randolph looked to advance in the 1A playoffs with a win over Robbinsville. Early on, the Black Knights about to score here. Johnny Norwood not going to let anything happen. Throwing quarterback Bryce Adams down to the ground, eventually turning the ball over on down Stratton Barwick. And the Wildcats turn. Arod Cassidy taking the handoff, getting past defenders, trying to get to the outside here, and he's still going, getting just shy of the goal line. What a run there. Barwick letting Cassidy finish this play. Touchdown Eastern Randolph. The Wildcats leading the Black Knights score twice, taking the lead. That's one of them. On the ensuing kick, DJ Thomas running it back, an 87-yard touchdown. Eastern Randolph wins it 29-26.
Our Fever Caravan made the trip to Thomasville as the Bulldogs kicked off against Drawn. First quarter, and Drawn has the ball. Handoff to Nigel Dula. He bursts through the line. Looks like he's about to score, but Jalen Thomas stops him at the 1-yard line. Again, Drawn is going to hand it off to Dula. This time, the Bulldogs' Damian Gathing breaks through and takes him down for a loss. Fourth down, the Wildcats are going for it. Dula finally gets in. Drawn leading 7-0. Towards the end of the first quarter, Thomasville's Jean-Marie Lucky fakes the handoff and gets by some tacklers for some big yards in the first down. Then beginning of the second quarter, the handoff to Shamon Smith, the big boy, breaking tackles for the Thomasville touchdown, but unfortunately, the Bulldog season ends tonight. They lose 19-14. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Fever. We head back to 1A second round action with Mount Airy and Hayesville. Granite Bears defense came to play as Derek Dandy leads the group tackle for loss. Mount Airy's defense still going at it here as Mario Rebel makes the great play and comes up with the interception.
Snag it.
Yeah, Tyler Mason getting the pitch here, taking it outside, taking it in for the touchdown, making this just look so easy. Mount Airy up 14-0. Mason, he's not finished yet there either. He added again here. His touchdown extends the Granite Bears lead. Mount Airy goes on to win it 49-0.
And let's take a look at the last Hardy's drive of the week of the year, and it came courtesy of the East Surrey Cardinals. Folger Boaz, he gets it to Luke Brown, who picks up a nice first down with that tough, stiff arm on the sideline. Boaz, this time on the keeper, and he picks up a big chunk of yardage to move the sticks once again for the Cardinals. And it's been Boaz this whole time, so why not again? This time going to the air, connecting with Brown again for the touchdown to cap off our Friday Football Fever Hardy's Drive of the Week.
Up next, our Friday Football Fever Shift Ed Play of the Week. This one courtesy of Mount Airy running back Tyler Mason. Here it is right here. He takes the handoff in tonight's game against Hayesville. And watch this as he breaks through the line and he is gone.
He gone.
Taking it 83 yards to the house for the touchdown. I wish I'd had him on my fantasy team. That's your Friday Football Fever Shift Ed Play of the Week. I cannot believe it. We have come to an end.
This is our last Friday Football Fever show with all of us.
Any parting words?
It's so hard to say goodbye.
It's always tough to end early in the playoffs, but you just got to keep moving on.
Right.
Everyone gave it their all, even me. I got a little eye injury.
Yeah.
I wish
This
y'all.
is
awesome.
I wish y'all could hear this story, but we don't
We
have
do
enough
not
time.
have enough time, but I collided with the referee. But it
Yeah.
happens.
The referee
We're all out
won.
We
there
got one
doing our
injury
best.
on the season.
Now we're just going to have to go out and hand out the 2 towels just to
on the
random
street.
people.
Maybe at the holiday.
There it is.
All right. Have a good night.
WFMY News 2 at 11 is brought to you by Cox Toyota in Burlington. Take a test drive and you could win $1,000. So before you buy, give Cox a try.